You ready?
Yep. Sorry. What are you doing?
All right.
Jesus, what are you doing? Like, fucking hell. I don't know about you sometimes. Like,
Me?
wait,
Hey, be easy, man.
my concerns.
For goodness sake. Well, we're live and direct. Depends when you're listening to us. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good morning, and good night. Welcome to BTS, the podcast. With myself, Lewis Paris Fitness, and Kevin Amako, Kev Performance. Sometimes I wonder why I say underscroll, but I'm just doing it for the Instagrammers, you know what I mean? Because that's where they find you, right? Can they Google you?
Well, I guess so.
And I think we might have to recap.
I got a question, you know.
Before the recap, yeah?
Yeah, before the recap.
Go on.
When is it going to be season 2?
Hey. That's a good question, you know. To be honest, it doesn't really matter, mate. When we decide we want to have a break, when we decide we want to have a break, like take a 3 months hiatus,
Jeez.
maybe even 6, depends how demanding the people want us to carry on the chit chat, you know, because we can keep going, mate. But then we can rewind and come again and say, let's take a break from this and just let it simmer, promote season 1, and then do it properly, in quote unquote, yeah? Do it properly, where you record all your episodes and then you can deliver it weekly.
Yeah.
Because right now we're quite sporadic. We're trying to do it every other week.
But just schedule, innit? Like, man.
It's life. Life is busy. Life is busy. Now, as you already know, I hope, for those of you that listen, our 5 followers, yeah, we like to have a beer every now and again. Are you not drinking a beer now?
Technically not. Like, I'm just saying it, innit?
Technically.
But I arrived here
Here we go.
and I see this guy sat there with 6 beers. Like,
It's 4.
4 beers.
1 open.
But I saw 2.
2 for you.
But I saw 2.
Because sharing is caring.
Like,
You know what I mean? But I digress. Yeah. It's the season to be jolly. I've made the decision in my mind that I'm going to overindulge. So why not start now? A couple beers. Let's see where it takes us on this magical journey. You know what I mean? So it's a good time. You got this light on bright. But
we're dark guys, man.
it'd be easy, man. Chocolate City, they say. Magic Mike, easy. But let's move on because these people must think we're crazy, mate. Yeah. So yeah, BTS behind the scenes. Thank you again, Studio 3 UK for housing us and looking after us. You know, sometimes you know what? Because I've been watching The Crown, mate. I feel like royalty sometimes when I come here. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Not like to sound like anything, but it's like you almost waited on hand and foot. You know what I mean? You want a drink? All right, here's a drink.
I seen how you were moving, man. Send the poor girl up and down and bring
She
you snacks
offered.
and-
I asked, and she delivered. You know what I mean? You thirsty? What drink would you like? Oh, I don't mind a beer. She brought about 10 of them. I said, no, hold it back. I have to hold it back. I'm in the fitness industry.
Yeah, then you send her back to get you snacks.
Oh, no. I waited for you to come, so I don't, call and beckon her. You know when you got the bell, you just ring that, ding, ding, ding. You know what I mean? can I get some food, please? So, why don't you hook us up? Some pop chips. Do you get any popcorn?
But you know what? You know in that room, they got a fucking stash in there, man.
What they got in there?
With a couple bottles, there's wine, a couple vodkas in there,
Wine, vodka.
pop chips, popcorn.
No, they need some brandy in there. Brandy. You know what they should do? They should put like a little outpost, right? Like a cigar house. Yeah. Get some, get a little mixologist in there. Just, what's that drink? What's that whiskey drink? You know what I'm talking about?
A whiskey drink.
Yeah. Old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never had an old fashioned before?
No.
You never had an old fashioned before?
No.
It's like a whiskey cocktail. It's all right, you know. If you want to have a good night, a couple of those, and you're laughing, mate.
You know what? My body's a temple, you know. I'm not about that kind of stuff.
So give me the beer then. Exactly. What did we talk about last episode? Moderation, huh? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
Huh? No?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Oh, for goodness sake. So let's do a quick recap. We don't want to bore you too much. We want to bring some fresh content to you. But we spoke about, what did you speak about? Cocaine, you touched on cocaine. I had nothing to do with it, mate. Water fasting, how I managed it, what led me towards it. The game changers, of course, and our opinion, and diving a little bit more into our perspective on the actual documentary and other people's views on it too. There was one more. Can't remember now. Turf games we touched on a little bit, and that was about it, wasn't it?
Yep.
Because we ranted. Oh, and you asked me what's real or fake cheat meals, and I think I went for fake.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dive too much into it. If you want to learn more, go back and listen to it, and that's a good time. You know what I mean? So like I said, 2019, December. You know what? At the beginning of this year, I said, this is my year.
Everyone says that.
No. This is my year.
Yeah, you know.
Because, right, listen, this year, compared to 2018, or compared to the rest of the years of my life, man, it's up there, man.
Yeah.
It's been a good year. 18 was all about the challenge, the change, and sacrifice. And this year was more about the success and the momentum alongside consistency, right? So, end of 18, that's when I was at Fitness First.
Yep.
Yeah. And I had no business. Coming into 2019, or end of 18, sorry. So I started September, coming very end of 18 into 19. That's when my business was more, I wouldn't say established, but it could hold its own.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, 2019 is my year. Each month got better. Like I was saying, like MIB, maintain, improve. All right? Maintain what I got, improve on it. How do you best move forward? How do you keep the train going? How do you keep it rolling without falling off the tracks? Yeah, there's going to be skids and there's going to be slips and turns, but how do you keep it moving? How do you keep that consistency? It's all about growth. So 2019, I said, this is my year. It feels like my year. Honestly. Podcast 2019. You forget we started all of this year? Did we not?
Yeah, maybe February, March.
Because we did the poll end of 18, right?
Oh yeah, when we were drinking, right? Innit? Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
body's your temple, yeah?
When you were drinking, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So podcast this year, right? And what's your favourite saying? Bloody started in Leon.
Oh yeah, you innit? Yeah. Now he's at 3. Yeah?
Exactly. So 2019, we started this podcast, and where are we now? You know, it was in WeWork. Well, we started it technically in WeWork actually. WeWork, I started it January. End of December, January, yeah.
I think we moved around a bit, didn't we? Kind of
WeWork, and then we
WeWork
went
a few
into
times,
Eat.
Yeah, Eat.
That was it, and then it was here. No, we did WeWork a couple times.
Yeah.
But that was Instagram Live. You know what I mean? So when you really think about it, Kev,
That's-
a lot has happened this year.
yeah,
And for me, when I'm thinking back on it, really, I'm like, did it really happen this year? You know what I'm saying? A lot can happen. A lot can change in 24 hours. A lot can change in 2 days. A lot can change in a week. A lot can change in a month. A hell of a lot can change in a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good time. What would you say is your biggest lesson this year?
Ooh. I think I need to get back to you. Let me. Actually, no. I think biggest lesson. I think, generally speaking, we're sometimes bad at praising ourselves and saying, "I've done such and such well." So I think for me, this is 19. I think for me, 2018 was actually a very good year. I think this year has been okay, but then I think I need to think that there was a time where I wanted to be in a position that I'm in now, so I need to be grateful and try and build upon that. I think rather than dwelling on the things which haven't gone well, and in a way, I think when things don't go well, it just gives us a chance to go back and say, all right, how can I improve this? How can
Exactly.
how can I do this again and change and get a better outcome?
Yeah. That's all you can do, right? Otherwise, how do you expect to continually grow?
Yeah.
You have to go through certain adversities for you to look back on it, learn from it, adapt, change, not manipulate a situation, but learn how to manage it and move forward with wisdom behind you. You know?
Philosophical, man.
You called me Pastor Lou last time, you know what I mean? Well, okay. So your biggest lesson is what?
What I just said.
Bruh.
Oh shit.
I'll tell you what, right? I think my biggest lesson has been relaxation.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because learning how to take a break.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at that myself. Like, yeah.
I understand. Yeah. I understand. I could be talking for myself. I could also be talking for Kev and many entrepreneurs out there, right? Self-employed people, whatever. We're workaholics. Then you've got to add the enjoyment of your job. Okay? So some days it feels like I ain't even working, which is a blessing. Yeah? Other days it does feel like I'm working because that's life. So coupled with that, you can continuously get into a routine where let's say you're used to this situation and you get into a way that you can manage it for you to always keep going, right? So you might take 1, maybe 2 days off in the week. Some weeks you could be flat out 6, max 7 because you're doing stuff at home where you're not physically with a client, for example. You know what I mean? And that can continuously go on. But then when you take a week off, in quote unquote, holiday, are you completely switched off?
I think, on that point, actually going back to what we've learned this year, like, I think I need to improve the switching off. Because
It's very difficult.
Yeah, I've got this very bad habit. Even when I'm at home, I'll turn on. Say I'm trying to watch TV, I'll turn on my laptop, and it's like that. A few hours can't go past without me thinking, "Hey, let me check on this. Let me check on what phase of their plan so and so is on. Let me just make a note of when I need to update this person's next phase."
I think that's the ongoing struggle for a PT.
Like, it's...
I used to have a lot of reminders. Now I just have notes because I can't take the popping up on my phone anymore. I'll pop up, do this, because I just keep moving it off.
It's like, you know what, for this year actually, I'm actually happy that I've actually kind of built up more of my online side of my business. And
Do you enjoy that now? Do you enjoy that?
Yes, but then it's now bringing something that I didn't almost expect. So
What?
I've got let me think. I've got someone who's based in Sydney who I work with online as well. Actually, he used to work with me when he lived in London. This was when, I think, in 2012. So just basically, the nature of his job means that when we have our calls, I need to schedule it for maybe 2 a.m. our time.
Really?
Yeah. So on paper, it sounds nice. On paper, it seems like, all right, I've got these online clients. I can stay at home, just work on the computer. But then, you know what? You become sedentary, and sometimes there's that loneliness aspect to it of our jobs. Like, you're almost doing things by yourself.
Now that, for me, right, sort of brings not a fear, but a dislike.
Yeah.
Sort of switches on in my mind where I understand outside of my role as a PT, say the physical element, I've got to do administration, you know what I mean? Admin stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've got to be on my laptop. I've got to do this. I've got to do the manual labor.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start talking online, for me, it feels like I'm going back on myself in regards to being housed in like I'm in an office, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean. I think for me,
and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because you know what? I know some people who are just purely online now. I think for me, I need some physical, in-person stuff because
it's not mind stimulating for me.
Yeah, I start pacing around like.
Yeah, and then I'll procrastinate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm lazy at heart, mate.
On that point, you know what? I think I might be too. You know, that saying that when you're drunk, it's your true personality. You heard that saying?
I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah, because basically, when I'm drunk, I get like really lazy. I might get a bit sleepy. So when I'm out, when I start getting sleepy, then I say, yes, time for me to go. Like, now, I'm laid back already, but man, when I'm drunk, she's like.
I don't think I've seen you. Maybe I've seen you drunk.
Remember that night when all of us went out. It was a random one after work when you and Stax had that race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember I left before you. I was getting tired, so that was my time to leave, isn't it?
You're the type of man, right? Because
asleep, like.
When everyone's getting mash up, Kevin's there like holding composure somehow, and then you turn around and he's gone. That's Kev. Yeah. He doesn't hang around, mate.
When I'm tired, that's time for me to leave, isn't it?
So you're saying after a few beers, after a few bevies, you feel a bit like you're ready for bed. You just lock it off. Like, wait, there's no energy.
It's like
I don't see this guy's just not. There's no like energy for like a dance or something or jumping up and down.
It's like, say, if I'm sat down in this chair, you see me like slumped, like just.
There's no rowdiness. No, it's just monotone. Say if one of your mates got in trouble, and you knew it wasn't his fault, would you jump in and help him?
Boy, if I was trying, I'd try to, but I don't know. I don't know how useful I'll be in it.
I can't take you out, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bloody Nora, man. So on them same lines, like I've mentioned this before, I was very intrigued the first time I heard about Kev taking his clients out easy on social events. And he's annually, this will be the third one this year or fourth one?
The fourth.
This year will be his fourth one. So he normally does Christmas dinners for his clients. And I thought, wow, that's good, man. I want to do that. Because for me, how I want to build my brand, I want to build an experience. I just don't want it to be about personal training and then go home, see you later. I might chat to you on a mini text or whatever, and we'll catch up in person. I want it to be an experience, an all-rounder, where you feel you're a part of something and you've always got the support and there's like a little community involved. So I wanted to do it last year, it didn't happen. This year, making it happen, I've decided to jump on. Not on my own, but I'm going to join Kev and his clients. Now, I don't know what to expect, mate. Because what you're telling me about what's been happening the last 3 years, I'm like, should I just take a cab because I can't drive?
We're calm, responsible adults, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Boy.
We're law-abiding people.
To be honest, there's a handful of mine that I can't really... I can't really I might have to like disconnect and disown them a little bit for that night because they might just be a bit too much, you know what I mean? I say I'm not with that crowd.
You know, they got to let their hair down, you know. It's been a tough year of training, you know, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. How many courses is it? You remember?
I don't know.
4 course, 3 course?
I want to say 3.
3 course?
I want to say 3, but I believe there's different options though. Anyway, I think there's different options.
Yeah, from what you showed me from the Christmas menu. So
yeah, I can't actually remember. I need to check it.
We got a joint Christmas party coming up.
I think it's a good thing because I remember I think it was maybe 2 years ago when one of the girls had just joined that year, and she was telling her friends about, I'm going to my trainer's party. Like they couldn't believe it, you know, and they were all being like very sarcastic, you know. Oh, you're going out for protein shakes. So I think, bear in mind, we've discussed this a lot. You look at the rise in, say, mental health awareness. I think personal training now compared to maybe 15, let's say 10, 15 years ago, a lot of people, I think initially they will come for the results, but they stay for the experience.
Yeah.
Because look, I've had some people I've trained for pushing, say, 10 years. And I think about 1 or 2 of them, I think, wow, you know what, you're educated to a very high level. You work in a similar field to me. We got you results years ago, so why'd you still stay?
I guess it's the companionship as well, huh?
That too, yeah. It's like you look at when you were doing classes, you had people who were very loyal to your classes because they bought into something, you know.
Yeah, because I'm the boss. You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember my saying now, what I used to say. Nice and easy, nice and simple.
Oh, I was thinking 2 more, man.
2 more. I'm trying to remember that class. What class was it? I have no idea.
I think I might have a video. And I was training. Yeah, I've got a video somewhere.
All I remember.
Oh, here's this guy screaming like a madman. 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. I was like, fuck me, like they've done like 20. They've done 20 more reps, like.
Yeah, but the idea behind that was
this is why people have trust issues, man.
No, but be easy, yeah, because the idea behind that was to show this person in particular that it's all in your mind.
Yep.
Literally. So you're turning around and you're doing a particular exercise. It might have been crunches. Yep. It could have been lunges. It could have been press ups or something to do with the floor. It could have been press ups or something.
Yep.
And visually, we can tell if the person we're training, we're working with, can do more or not. Yeah. Based on their ability and let's say the exertion they're throwing out.
I think many underestimate what they can do.
Exactly. So when I could see this girl has got more life in the tank, more juice, I ain't going to stop because for us to show you how to warrant change in your body to get the results you want, you have to challenge. And people seem to shy away from it.
It's true. I think on that point, for many people, simply training harder will get them better results.
Yeah.
Actually training harder, they get kind of take their body to a place where it has to adapt.
Exactly.
Not get a bit sweaty.
They're easily thrown in the towel, aren't they? They get to a point, I can't do anymore. But have you tried?
Yeah. And you know what? This is I think this is in the podcast we said we discussed this months ago, where women underestimate their strength.
Yeah, because the amount of times when you get formally introduced to someone, and I'm a gentleman, I'll shake a lady's hand, you know what I mean? Man, one of these girls almost broke my hands, man. You know what I mean? Boy, I ain't going down the dark alley with that one, you know what I mean? Just give you 2 kung fu chops, bro. Steven Seagal, break your arms in one move. But, yeah, sure.
How long's it been? What's the time saying?
What's that?
What's the time saying?
Why so time conscious today?
No,
what's going on, mate?
I wanted to ask you something, basically. All right.
When? What? Now? Later?
Well, it's related to the podcast, you know, kind of.
Oh, here we go.
So it's something I posted put in a poll, I think, this week. All right, so basically, I'm a suffering man, I'm an Arsenal fan. And he sacked the manager when, I think, last week?
Feels like this week.
Last Friday, yeah, doesn't it? I think it was last Friday. Yeah, Friday. And one of the problems was he kept on chopping and changing systems, It was never clear what is the philosophy here. What's the start? What is our style? Like, are we attacking? Are we defending? Are we pressing? Are we going to sit back?
Historically, what has been Arsenal's style?
Just attacking on the front foot, Whereas now, in the last 18 months, it's like you can't. Boy, they look like a shadow. But it got me thinking because I've said in the past, football is like personal training. We can always make these little links. So let me find it. Let me find the question I asked. Get the result up.
You don't know your own question, mate.
And I want to get the exact wording.
You kept sweating, it's perspirating. You're right there, mate.
Me, I'm cool. All right. So the question was.
Go on.
If your personal trainer kept chopping and changing things each session, would that affect your level of faith in them to deliver your results?
Are you asking me or are you just saying?
Well, yeah, that was the question, and 57% said yes. And it's like, all right, let's look at you how you've got a style of doing your classes and working one-to-one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going into my session today, my PT Lewis. We done a circuit training in our first week.
Don't say my name. Say person unknown or person right. Jackie or Samantha or Jack or something. Don't put my name in there because I'm not about that life.
Cool. Unknown L, yeah.
No. Unknown K.
Yeah.
Unknown T.
Is he in prison?
I can't keep up these days. Well, if something new hasn't come out in the last 2 months, then they're in prison. Yeah, that's how you're gonna measure it now. Because they're used to throwing stuff out regularly, isn't it? So if you don't hear nothing, like a drought, you know something's happening. Yeah, go on.
So anyway, I'm with my trainer,
Samantha.
Right, first week we done more of a kind of circuit training style.
You enjoyed it? Yeah.
It was my first session, so I thought, okay, yeah, I enjoyed this.
Okay, cool.
Second week, it went back to a lot of kind of movement, flow, yoga stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this is completely different from last week. But okay, let me all right, only my second session. Maybe there's a plan here. Third week, we go into a more kind of powerlifting style, a lot of heavy reps. Heavy weight, low reps, long rests. We didn't actually do a high volume of work in that session. So I was like, okay, then, it's been 3 sessions, 3 very different sessions. Maybe they're trying to just find the style that works for me. But then the issue is this chopping and changing continues for maybe 6, 10 sessions. Therefore, you know what? When my girlfriend says, hey, so, what do you do in your sessions with your trainer? How does it generally work? I've done like 9 or 10 completely different kind of styles, so I can't even really kind of give them a synopsis of how it works.
You know what your answer to that should be is, what's on trend on Instagram?
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like.
It's you know what, I think I'll take all of my clients if I was ever running late. Actually, you know what, I had a consultation on Monday. It overran slightly, so I'm just text my client, said, yeah, you can just get yourself ready. I got there, 5 minutes later than planned. He's doing his warm up. He knows what to do.
He knows what to do. Yeah.
He knows the drill has been drilled into him. So whether he trains with me or on his own, he knows how to warm up, and he knows what variations of his warm up are.
Yes.
Whereas if we had done 10 completely random sessions, and he had no idea how these were linked to his goals, it'll be like, shit, let me just sit here and wait for him, kind of.
Well, there's 2 ways you can look at it, right? You can say there's that personal trainer's way, because who are we really to judge, right?
True.
The only time we should really look to step in is when we know or can see visually that trainer doesn't know how to coach that person and they're easily going to get injured. Right? Now, wait, hold on. I'm playing devil's advocate here. now. Okay,
Ray
so the
Charles.
right way is that us as PTs, we've got the knowledge, experience to know how to progress someone, and the program should reflect that. Okay, it might not do this exact same exercises week in, week out. There will be variations, but it's still on the same line of programming or training system you're trying to work. Yeah. Now, the left side is when you're talking about Samantha, it sounds like she's very inexperienced. She's finding her feet. She's following what's on trend through what she's seeing on social media. Rather than putting out a voice to herself and saying, this is what I learned in my level 2 and level 3, I need to put into practice.
Yep.
I'm looking at the bells and whistles rather than actually sort of trying to tailor make a session or plan for the person that's in front of me. Now, you can also turn around, here's devil's advocate now, and say, this client just wanted to train with me and tried different variations of stuff. Unless this was outlined at the beginning, then yes, it doesn't make any sense. It just sounds like it's a waste of time, you know? Unless there's been a really constructive program or plan that you've given this client and you're cycling through it because you know you want them to feel safe in doing particular exercises, so you'll do it with them so they can do it on their own. So this time you're going to do mobility, next week you're going to do strength, whereas that program always rotates and they'll be doing what needs to be done on their own, respectively. Make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm just seeing all different areas.
Fair.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, same way we was talking about game changers, not all one side, everyone's got their opinion. But it's all face value at the end of the day, because if I'm coming up to you, mate, and I'm saying I want to be beach ready, the one thing I really want to work on is I want big arms and a little bit of a chest, you know, but I want my back strong. But then you're turning around and you're doing bloody making me run on a treadmill every 5 minutes for intervals, and then do maybe 5 burpees and jump back on it again. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that unless I'll go CrossFit. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. Are you recording me, mate? No. Why? This guy's dodgy, you know.
How am I dodgy, man?
Yeah, show me your phone, bro. Hey, be easy, man. Be easy, man. All right, what's the comments, mate?
Yeah, carry on.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah? So that answers your question. How many people actually voted?
Right.
You know, you just get that moment. Say if you was on a train, a bus, you're walking down the street, and the way someone's holding that phone up looks like they're recording you. That's what it looks like.
So, what was it? 7 people voted, and let's see. Yeah, so four yeses and 3 no's.
4 yeses and 3.
If
It's
I
not
don't check
exactly a good poll, though, isn't it?
Let me check so I put this in the newsletter as well. Let me check the replies. What day was this? What day was this?
Just all depends on goals, really, to be honest, at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, it depends on goals, but I think one of the reasons lots of people keep going back and forth is they change too often. They change when they feel the boredom setting in, and they never really gave that program.
Change for who? What, the client or the PT?
Yeah, say the actual client themselves, say training by themselves. They change when boredom sets in. So they never actually give the program enough time to actually be able to assess,
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Because bear in mind, once you've had your initial kind of beginner stimulus, results are slower. So you need to kind of you need to be more patient.
And that's it. Some people lack that.
Well, I think most people lack.
Remember the society we live in, right? Everyone wants it now. Now. And don't take time in the process, the time for things to develop. Because everything naturally takes time. People seem to forget that. Big time. You know? You know what I wanted to ask you, Kev? Compared to now,
Yep.
let's say, how is personal training, say 5, 6, 7 years ago compared to now? What's the big changes? What's the difference you felt you've witnessed, you've seen that's developed around it? Because obviously internet's not the same now as it was back then, for one.
Yeah. It's actually, I guess it's interesting how, say, Facebook and Instagram have been quite influential. But I think for me, okay, there's two things, because bear in mind, I think with life experience, we can look at things differently and deal with situations differently. But I just feel like for me, especially in these last 3 or 4 years, compared to say my first 3 to 5 years, like, I feel like there's more of a emphasis perhaps on the client's experience. Because you know what, I think of say my first 3, 4 years, and I actually can't remember like many people say breaking down in the session because this and that's happening at home, or someone telling me something like very, very, very deep.
So what? They never really spoke to you about that?
Yeah, we spoke,
in the
but it's
beginning?
like it's
Many moons ago?
then you think at the same time, bear in mind when I started out, I was what, say 21, 22, well 21. So yeah, we could on one side we could say, hey, this guy's quite young, so maybe they didn't feel the need or feel the confidence.
So you say it comes with age?
Yeah, but I just feel like more in more recent years compared to say 10 years ago. Say 10 years ago when people just kind of, one client came, one client left, next one comes in, almost like a conveyor belt. Whereas now, we've discussed it before, you know, the client comes, do the session, we're checking with them outside of a session, like, we almost got to, it's like we need to know the things in their life which may have an impact on their results or their ability to get results. It's like, for me, it's not that I'm complaining, but I found for me, especially in the last year, like, it's...
In the last year?
Well, so yeah, well, this year even, it's like it's where I struggle to switch off because, like, you know, when someone comes to a session and, like, say they're upset and maybe they feel like there's nothing good in their life, or they say something along the lines of, oh, these sessions are the only positive thing in my life, like, it's...
Oh, wow.
It can be hard to listen to, like, you know, like... Imagine you're in a scenario where, say, a client in the morning, they've been upset for a few days, and then they couldn't hold it in any longer. They broke down, end of a session, and your next client's kind of waiting anyway. You can see them kind of looking at their watch. So you finish dealing with a client, and they told you difficult things. Then you kind of go into that next session like thinking, shit, I hope they're going to be okay. Like,
Yeah.
It's like you almost need to go into that next session, almost reprogram yourself, are happy, charismatic.
Do you feel quite robotic sometimes?
Like, yeah, I think there's times where you're just on autopilot, like.
I guess with what you can do, right? Because I know what you mean. I guess what you can do, right, is it's quite difficult because naturally, and I've always felt this or explained it to people, the gym, in the time that I've been a personal trainer or just went to the gym in general many moons ago anyway.
Yeah.
At the beginning, the gym for me was fun.
Yeah.
Where I went there and I was trying out new things. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Then it sort of transitioned where it was like, okay, I want to manipulate my body now.
Yeah.
It's not just about the fun element and the performance side. I want to manipulate it where I've got the aesthetics I want.
Yeah.
And then now it's changed where, because maybe I've gone through the different stages, so to speak.
All the processes, isn't it?
Yeah. It's at the point where I use it to de-stress now, because that's my gateway out. You know, where some people's other way of de-stressing is playing golf, going for walks, playing football, whatever. Yeah. Now you got to think as well. Someone who's coming to you for your knowledge, expertise, and guidance, they obviously come because they don't know much or they want to expand their knowledge. But as the time goes on, that's when that sort of, not nostalgia, but that sort of predictability sort of wears down a little bit. And then because you've met up with this person, say on a regular basis, it almost turns into not a counseling session, but it's more communication. You've built that rapport. You understand each other some more, based on what the first thing that sort of breaks down the barriers to consultation, because obviously the more we know, the better we can help them. So during that conversation or that little bit, they've been not pushed into a corner, they're forced into letting them share with you what they feel they can share with you. Because remember, they're not going to give us 100%. They might, if we're lucky, give us 70, 80, never 90. They're always going to hold back, especially when you ask them what their vices are or how many coffees they've had. They might skip one or two. You know what I mean? So when you're diving into that, that's almost the entry. And as time goes on, you're working out. Oh, hi, Kev. How are you today? Yeah, I'm not too bad. How's your day been? The floodgates are open now. You know? And obviously, once you're in that environment, it's a de-stressing environment, they're just going to naturally talk. Like I used to have a client who rarely spoke to me. Rarely. Just do this, just do that. And then you sort of gauge how they act with different exercises and how to talk to them or manage them, right? Yeah. And then it was like a light bulb moment. It just flicked. Man, I was their best friend. Now I can't shut them out.
You see those clients, I've had a few of them before. They're the ones where we sometimes think, are they happy? Are they sad? Are they enjoying it? But they're like a sponge. They're taking in every single thing you say.
Oh, of course.
And it's like, it almost takes that kind of one moment just to kind of flip it. Then, you can't kind of shut them up.
So, that just sparked something in my mind. Like, I've got a young man with me now. Or I had a young man today, sorry. I trained him previously at Fitness First, and then he disappeared, right? He didn't understand the process, or he didn't want to believe in it or have the patience for it, because he runs his own business. He's got a staff of, let's say, 50, whatever. He's just moved offices, but he still lives within the area. But he was in that mind frame that I just want everything now.
Yeah.
Or I can't take not direction, orders, because someone who's of a certain position will naturally just say, no, it's mine or the highway sort of thing, right? Yeah. Because they're in that higher power, right? So they're going to naturally feel that way. So when it comes to someone else telling them something, unless they're susceptible to open up to being told what to do, they're not going to accept it. Yeah. So he came up to me in Fitness First, and he was like, I had a trainer for years. I really want to I just want to get fit. I want to get stronger. I want to feel strong. I want to be ready so I want to walk down the beach in confidence. That's what he said to me, right? Along them lines. But then when it came to the injury, he said I had a lower back problem. And there's certain exercises I don't want to do, or I can't do, or I don't feel confident doing. One of them mainly was kettlebell swings. All right. I was like, just stay away from that. It's fine. So we're doing the sessions, going through. Bear in mind, I'm seeing him about 3 times a week, right? Going through the sessions, and then as you go through each one, you that's when you start to really understand them. Yeah. How are they really moving? Yeah. this man can't move. Everything's pulled through the lower back, so you're trying to regress it, but still keep on that same trend of trying to reach his goals, right? So, yeah, you're nodding because you know it's true. So we're trying to do so many things at once, but people don't get this. So I'm doing this, and then we're doing all right, and then you could start to see him falling through the cracks because he might miss one session. Bear in mind, the session starts at 6:30. I'm there at 6:30, and then he was texting me at 6:35 saying he ain't gonna make it. I said, no, man, this can't run no more. I'm thinking in my head, I can't sustain this because I need sleep. Whether or not he's...
Wait, start in AM?
Yes.
What,
it's not PM, mate.
No,
exactly.
No.
So it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to cut this man off. And then a couple of weeks later, the Lord was on my side. And he's like, yeah, I can't continue. And this was like beginning of this year.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember you telling me, but yeah.
Yeah? Okay. September's come now. Oh, I'll get a message. Look who's back. And then he's turned around and he said,
was
Lewis,
was it like, hey, Lewis, hope you're well? You know,
yeah.
I was wondering it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. He's like, yeah, you're the best trainer I've ever had, man. I need to come back to you. I said, what? Who? Everything luck off.
And you know, it's funny. It's like me going back to the example of linking the football and the fitness thing. So, you know, about buying into the philosophy. So I think it's something I said to you months ago. I think our challenge is people want certain results. Right, we make a note of that. Then they come to us, and then based on what we see, we have on one hand what they want and what they need. So someone who's got huge scale of doing kettlebell swings or deadlift, the issue is it's all coming through their lower back. Maybe they've got tight hips, tight hip flexors. Their glutes are weak. So we can give them this additional homework to do for a reason. But if they don't do it, what can we do?
Exactly.
You know, we've given them this homework for a reason. It's to help them progress. So it's I think it's catch-22. So I get why sometimes, you know, I've had people send me videos saying, "Oh, look at what this trainer is doing," or "This trainer is pushing so and so hard." But I can kind of understand that some trainers may think, you know what, I've only got this person in for X amount of time each week. They're not willing to do much other stuff, so what can I do? Perhaps I can just train them as hard as I can, and maybe that will somehow counterbalance some of the other stuff. And I think it's a hard one, but it goes back to what you say. I think about consultation, even pre-consultation, they need to almost buy into your philosophy. Like,
fun times. Well, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Just come back to me again. Today, right? And I've never seen him so ecstatic. Today, that same man got up off the bench press, turned around and looked at me and said, "That's the best bench I've ever That is the best bench press I've ever done in my life."
nice.
I said, "You're damn right." Now, the reason it took so long in regards to us restarting, which was around end of September, October, is because it's all the bad habits. And then you don't want to feed these guys too much information because they might get one or two things, but they miss out on the three and the fourth and the fifth. So it was all about understanding for him, really understanding really how to retract, understand how to use his lats, his core, his glutes and all of that. And he just put it right all into one bit. I said, what? That's the heaviest bench press.
It's funny, you know, you say that and you talk about a bench press. Kind of ironic because you look at, all right, say, I think it's mainly for guys, but they want to have nice arms, nice shoulders, nice chest. And okay, the bench press, it will never be a great move for your shoulders, although we can almost minimize, say, the risk or get the right technique so that you're safer. But from a distance, it looks like, all right, you just lay there, push the bar, but there's so much going on. With
so much.
You lay there, retract your shoulders, depress your shoulders, use your core, glutes, drive your feet down. You're trying to push the bar away. You're trying to push the bar away from yourself whilst you're pushing yourself back into the bench. And there's a lot going on in it. So you're not just laying there like a pancake, like
and drive from the shoulders, front delt.
And it's like, you know what? I'd imagine you give your clients all of these little drills, yeah. And one of the best feelings is when they do certain movements, which allows them to put these things together.
Exactly,
And they think, oh
yeah.
shit, now it makes sense because I've done that in activation, and I've done this, and those two come together in this move.
That's why I like to say there's method to the madness. You know?
But then I think, does it, in our position, does it require a certain person who is maybe very open to learning and open to slowing things down? Because look,
Yes and no.
Yeah, it's what I said to my in my consultation on Monday. In our sessions, I'm not trying to get you tired just for the sake of it. That's easy. You can do that by yourself. Just because you may leave tired and sweaty doesn't mean that you've actually had a good session. Or
Exactly,
or you made any progression.
I say yes and no, because what people don't understand is that it takes a lot out of us, mate. Because we're constantly under pressure to deliver.
Yep.
And at that same moment in time, we're constantly trying to deliver the session, make sure the client is happy, make sure they're safe, and coach, right? Well, that comes under delivering. But it's understanding the psychological too, because not everyone soaks in information the same way.
Yeah.
So certain people you have to physically show.
Yep.
Certain people you can
just
tell them.
Yeah, you can just describe it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's especially when you got someone new, it's you're always figuring it out.
Yeah.
And that's probably the hardest part, because you don't know how they're going to react to certain things. Yeah. Unless they communicate in the way they communicate, you won't know, you know. But then at the same time, someone who's inexperienced and only knows one way will find it very frustrating and probably give up on that, on trying to train that client overall, because they think that client's not reacting well to them, when really that client is just probably just like that personality wise, in terms of taking information, or they're more rigid, or you got to look at it in terms of, how do I approach this person the same but differently compared to the last and the next, you know what I mean? Because I can talk to you a certain way and show you certain things, but I'm going to have to show my next client probably the exact same thing but differently. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we digress. What I wanted to say, right, because we're all in the festive mood, and we're on the talk of personal training. I personally feel, if you're an experienced PT and you've got a passion for this, I believe PTs are very giving people.
Sorry, say that again. It's very
giving people. In regards to, like you were saying earlier off air, that what was you saying? You were saying in regards to, are they in it because they enjoy it? Yeah. Or for the money?
Yeah. And I think you know, in more recent years, where everybody wants to kind of race through the whole process, you know, do your level 2, become a PT,
earn $1 million.
Yeah, or even just race straight into becoming an online trainer before you've ever actually trained anyone in person. I think for me, you know what, there's actually nothing wrong with making money, and there's nothing wrong with liking money. You know, you want, like, people want to live a certain lifestyle, and we've all got bills to pay. Yeah. But I think it can be done maintaining your integrity, and maintaining your integrity, and
jeez, going deep, mate.
Almost doing the right thing. Jeez. Like, it's
like I agree though.
It's like in your case, look at how you work with your clients, and how much you give them. You're going as far as, say, organising social events. Yeah. How many other PTs are doing this? So based on that,
really.
Yeah, based on that, why should you feel a way about charging X amount, whereas someone may think, oh shit, wow, I thought you were going to charge me just £20 per hour.
I say, get out of here.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, you know, so I mean, you know.
It's true. But, yeah, it's true, because this was the main reason why I wanted to leave the commercial gym. Yeah. Because as soon as I put on that top, I'm regarded as
I know what you mean.
The exact person as the next.
It's like you're just another body, just another almost uniform.
When I'm not.
Kinda,
And there's a reason why I would charge a certain amount, because I know what I'm delivering. You know, I know what you're going to get and receive from just being a part of it. So it's not just, okay, we're going to turn up, see you in a week's time, I ain't going to speak to you.
Yep.
There's other things as well that's included, you know, along with the support and stuff. Because I know there's certain things that I would do that the next person definitely ain't doing.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I might do, and vice versa for you, you won't do, or you would be doing just differently.
Yeah.
So everyone's working differently. But what takes the piss is when someone thinks they know everything, and then they're charging probably triple digits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're probably not getting they're not delivering the same service that we would give out. Because the amount of times, bruv, oh my days, I've come to learn that there's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, there's shit everywhere. I step outside my front door. If I don't look at the ground, there could be dog shit there. There's shit everywhere. Okay, you have to look. You have to keep your nose on the ground, yeah, and just understand your senses, bruv, and smell the shit. Because I thought I left some of that shit at the commercial gym when there was a brother at my gym, PT studio, right? And I was talking to my client. She was on the bike. So I'm talking to my client, and I looked, right? I just looked, and I saw this PT. 1, yeah, that looks good. 2, oh, keep going, mate. 3, Bomber Clark. Listen, his client probably had about 2 plates on squat.
Oh yeah.
So he was roughly doing what, about 100 kg squat. Tempo on the descent, half a second.
Or that uncontrolled drop, yeah.
Fuck, I thought his knees were gonna snap.
Knees caving in, kind of thing.
Oh my days! I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I thought his knees were gonna snap.
Yeah.
The amount of speed he was coming down in that squat.
That bounce, yeah, innit?
Oh dear God! I just thought, nah. And the man's standing there like, yeah, that looks good, man.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you said. Kind of, you get into bad habits, and
That's poor though, man.
Yeah, but
Is that neglect in regards to, oh, I think I know everything, that's good?
I think it's
instead of, I'm going to continuously educate myself so I got the best thing for my client.
I think it's more like a complacency thing, but what can
if
we
he
do?
was sitting back on the bench, fine. Because he might hurt his ass, but his knees are safe. He's coming back up. But it was just the rate of the speed, how his feet and knees were positioned. The man was in agony, mate, when he was doing these. I was like, no.
Oh, what? It could show, on his face.
Yeah. It's like, no. Back rounded as well.
Oh, yeah.
I said, no.
But you know what, Lewis? I think, although, yes, everyone has their training style, and everyone has maybe a few exercises that they almost favour. But I think for me, I always think, right, does the client need this exercise, or do I just like it? So whereas I've said in the past year, when I was younger, I've done a bit of powerlifting. But however, if I trained most of my clients that way, I would have no clients.
Yeah.
So I think you have things like, let's say, deadlifts, bench press, squat. These are popular moves, but there's no need for anyone to actually ever do them. Like, I think, there's no exercise which is essential. Like, I may say, right, you're going to do banded pull-up arts as part of your shoulder activations. You may do a different exercise for shoulder activation. Again, we've almost got the same outcome, but just different journey to get there.
Yeah. There was a time where I did not want to do back squat with my clients, and then I had to look at myself and say, am I doing it because I don't want them to do it?
Yeah.
Or was I just being lazy? I was like, I don't want them to do it. But then I've got to turn around and say, what is it that they really want? And then coach them for the back squat. Because some of them just want to, I really want to do back squat. I'm like, no, don't do it, man. It's all right. We'll do something else. You know what I mean?
I get where you're coming from, because I think with squats here, many people have no business doing squats, really. You look at things like, they struggle with just kind of retracting shoulder blades, their hips are kind of messed up just from their lifestyle and their work, the core isn't very strong. Their glutes don't activate properly. So rather than doing back squats, they could just do another move which targets the same muscles, split squats, goblet squats
Yeah.
without loading the actual back. So that I get where you're coming from, but it kind of goes back to what we discussed a while ago. What was I going to say? Us saying say what the client kind of wants and what they need, but also remember in that real or fake where you asked me about I think using Bosu balls, and we discussed the personal part of personal training. So let's say in my session, you know that I love to do like Bosu ball squats. You know, do you include them because I only see you once a week and it's a big part of my weekend? You're almost ticking the box of that personal part of personal training, or because obviously a big part of what we do is that risk and safety analysis.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Kevin to do a shoulder press. All right, is it safe for him first and foremost? So I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
kind of
But
back
then
and
they'll
forth.
turn around and say, "Why am I doing that?"
Yeah, and sometimes you know what they ask, why am I not doing that? Then I don't like kind of chopping people down. So do I? Rarely will I say, you know what, you have weak glutes, your hips are fucked.
I'll just no. Tell them straight. Why not?
Your chest is tight. Like
Yeah, tell them straight. This is it. Boom, 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 boom. This is how we manage it. If this is what you really want to do, this is what we have to do. End of. Don't sugarcoat it.
I would maybe rephrase the way I went about it.
No, fuck that. Get busy, man. Listen, I got a brother, right? I ain't gonna name him. I love this guy to bits, yeah. And I wanted him to do L-sit overhead press. Man, oh dear God, I felt sorry for him. I said, you need to straighten your legs. He couldn't straighten his legs. His hamstrings are just too fucking tight, mate. Right? And then at the same time, with him trying to sit upright, he's got to bend his knees. So even when he's trying to bend his knees and stay upright, he's already at a disadvantage because he's already leaning back. So at the same time, when he's trying to press, his press ain't going near his ear. It's going away from him. So I'm like, no. We need to put this down. We need to do something else.
But you see that is an example of where you say, all right, I've seen what this person can do. I need to break it right down and start again. So whereas he may think we're beginning here, we're beginning way further back than he thinks. He thinks he's at.
Yeah, but and this is it. This is what I like about him because he knows where he's at,
and that's cool. But many people,
which is great.
Many people aren't. So many people they'll almost blame.
I knew this was going to be a challenge, but I didn't know how much of a challenge it would be. So sometimes you got to push the boat out, and it's like, okay, we got to put the anchor back down and just relax. Just pull up a seat and have a mojito. You know what I mean? So, boy, I said, yeah, we're doing something else today, mate. Yeah, but he's getting there. He's getting there.
I mean, that's good because it sounds like he is open to learning.
Yeah, big time. And that's what I like. None of this rigidness. Oh, I learned it this way and that way.
Yeah, sometimes that's the hard part. I've got this client, I've had him for how long? Maybe, I think about 2 years. And he actually he came to me from a previous PT. But due to a combination of things such as how long he spent with his old PT and his age, and also things like even his profession, it's hard to get rid of all of the bad habits he has. So, where we've improved in, but it's not going to happen overnight. And some things, that saying, it's better to, I think, coach a new horse rather than. It's better to coach a new horse new tricks rather than teach an old horse. Something like that. Let me Google it, man.
They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks or something.
Something like that. Yeah. So basically he's got so many bad habits that naturally we can't get rid of all of them. I think just his mindset, personality, like
it's a lot to break down.
He's not actually very used to someone else telling him what to do. So.
Guess you just gotta. How are you today, mate? Yeah, all right, do that. Oh dear.
But do you think this is something that is more with guys actually? So.
What in terms of rigidness?
Yes.
No. No, hell no.
I'm wondering. Do you know what it is? It's
hell no. I've got a couple of ladies that just find it, they're almost hard of hearing. Yeah. And now a couple of the other PTs have picked it up.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I know what she's capable of doing. Oh. So I'm like, go do this, do that. And she's like, She'll fight me, you know.
Oh, them ones.
No, I'm not doing that. No,
What,
come
yeah?
on, you've got to do it for me. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that.
When we go off air, tell me who. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the other PT's looking at me like, oh shit, you're gonna let her talk to you like that? I'm like, boy, I'm sitting there, I'm standing in my coffee, I'm like, boy, shit. What can I really do? Because it's give and take at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And there's only so much I can really tell someone to do something. It's up to them.
I don't understand why people would pay for PT and come with that mindset.
It's, you know what? Like you said, it's years. It's years.
That, yeah.
It's years.
It'll be like my accountant saying, "Oh, Kevin, you know, I need your spreadsheet so I can do a tax return for this year." No, I'm not going to do that. Well, fuck. I mean, I need this so I can help you. Like, you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. Like, shit, I don't know.
I don't know. Sometimes you have to roll with the punches, and you gotta find other ways of breaking them down. There's other ways that I've got her.
Yeah.
And she didn't realize till it was too late.
Never like the old kind of a rope-a-dope, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of go along with them, kind of.
Yeah, man. What was it? Sting like a butterfly. Sting like a... What? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, right, what's your thoughts on certain hashtags on Instagram? So, you know when you post, right?
Yep.
Do you hashtag?
Yep.
How many hashtags do you do?
I don't know, but normally I just hashtag locations, like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do, isn't it? I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Why? Do you feel it yields results?
There are certain people who I speak to online who I've actually never met, and maybe it's been like between say 1 and 2 years, and I think maybe how I came across them was they maybe saw my post because of certain hashtag, or I found them through a hashtag, but
yeah. But how?
I don't know. To be honest,
because what you could do now, right? You could follow hashtags, right?
Yeah. I think it's trial and error, isn't
but
it?
But who would follow an area?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
What's the logic in that?
Yeah.
London. No, what is it? Moswell Hill.
I'm just trying to find my.
Why would I follow Moswell Hill? Unless you're one of those like gossiper neighbours, innit? And you're part of the Facebook group, Moswell Hill Ladies.
But then if you're trying to target local people locally, innit? Because
that's down to the general location. Then, like you put the location in the post, no?
I think following the hashtags is a recent thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, very recent.
That they've added, like.
Yeah, but at the same time, wouldn't you put something more specific, like shoulder workout? Good vibes.
I don't think
Friday
so.
feels.
I think for me at the time, I remember certain posts which got me a few clients.
Personal trainer. Yeah.
Things that are I hashtag say personal trainer. It gets lost in the feed, innit? Like anyone can see that.
Of course.
It's of no use to me someone in fucking Colombia.
But how niche? You can only be so niche, right? Because you want something that's not so overpopulated.
Yeah.
But not something that's not underpopulated, right? Because you don't want to get lost in the 1 million view hashtag, and then you put yourself in 100 view hashtag, but no one's actually there. You know what I mean? I think 5,000, 10,000 is a good region. 50 max. But what I was going to say, right? If I said Fitspo, what comes to mind? Fitspiration, what comes to mind? Kev's a realist, you know. Go on, what comes to mind?
They're a bunch of motherfuckers, man. Like, you know, I'm thinking, you know who it is. Let's be honest.
What?
Let's say you get I don't know, you get John, young guy, you know, he has no kind of family, kids. He has no other responsibilities. He can train himself every day. He's in good shape. He's now giving advice, even though he's not qualified to. Yeah, another beer, yeah. Shit.
Keep going, man.
Shit.
Listen, it's the festive season, and this is the last season of the episode, mate.
I need to give that film still. You know what it is? Whenever I bring my hard drive, I actually forget it in my bag.
What film?
A Black Klansman.
Oh, that.
Basically, I'll say the scene.
We're gonna go to a cigar house soon, anyway. So just bring it.
So the guy said, "What will you do if someone calls you the N-word?" And then the guy replies, "Will that happen?" And then the other guy replies, Shit. Like,
Dear God.
yeah, but going back to what you said of Fitspo,
Yeah.
I think it's all smokes and mirrors, isn't it? Like, I think for me, yeah, it's like this thing. We're taking our clients out. We're happy to show that we're normal people. We have our own flaws. We enjoy the same things they enjoy.
Yeah.
We're not about just broccoli and chicken every day.
Yeah.
And yes, it's not everyone, but I think people who love these kind of hashtags, like, I just see the same cliche thing,
Yeah.
Fitspo, Motivation Monday, eat clean, like, train hard, like. It's just jarring, innit? And I think when you look at the power of social media, it's often why I think a lot of people are worried about approaching us. They see us, we look a certain way, and because of what they're conditioned to seeing, it's like, you know what? I'm struggling with I keep on snacking in the evenings and my nutrition is awful, but I'm worried about speaking to Kevin because of how he posts. I don't want to be judged. Like, I have certain clients where it's a big challenge and a huge achievement just to get them into the gym.
Yeah.
And just feeling at ease in the gym.
Yeah. You'll meet one of them tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
She hates training.
And I've
Hates it.
I
Hates it.
have some clients like that too. So often, in
Hates
fact,
it.
one of my online clients, we had a call yesterday, and I think one of the best bits of feedback I've got, she says she actually just enjoys exercise now. It's part of her day.
I think there's got to be that little light bulb moment because I get it. Some people don't like training, but if you do something regularly enough, it becomes a habit. Not that you want to force it, but it's just something regularly enough where it's almost the norm.
And you know what, Lewis?
For the better.
Yeah, even on that point, it's something I think I've started doing more of in the last few months. I think when most people think about training, they're thinking about some kind of extreme exercises. Like there's nothing wrong with saying, all right, I'm going to begin this week. I'm going to focus on 3 or 4 moves every session. But my main objective is to nail the technique. I'm not trying to get myself too tired. There's also nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I'm trying to get into a routine, so I'm going to do some mobility twice per week, which counts as a workout. But longer term, that mobility is going to aid me in doing such and such exercises.
People just get lost in the facade that they have to lift heavy weights is going to make them bulky, specifically for women. That's what they think. And if they don't sweat, they ain't making gains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you do the simplest of stuff that I do with some of my clients, and they are dripping.
Yeah.
What does that say? Simple mobility stuff. It catches them off guard as well.
I think it's very underestimated, actually.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, give all of my guys just about his homework.
Big time. You know what I mean? But do they do their homework though?
See, I can see who does it and who doesn't, and we can almost program our sessions in such a way that catches people out. We can see who does it.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. You have some clients who do very well, and they'll be honest with you and say, you know what, I've eaten badly over the last week. I haven't done my mobility, or I haven't done any training over the last week, and that's cool. We accept that. We're humans like them. We know everyone goes through up and downs. But like, if you're struggling or you're struggling to what? That don't make sense.
If you're what?
If you're struggling, what the fuck? If you're struggling or you're just finding it hard to just be consistent, you don't have to hide it. Like, we're actually here to help you.
They can easily forget, can't they? I don't know, bro. Fitspo hashtag.
I don't like all of that stuff.
You know what the best hashtag is on Instagram?
What?
Pushing you to greatness.
Yeah. Jeez. Not Pastor Lou, yeah.
No, that's your hashtag, bro. Pastor Coup. So I wanted to touch on, right? All right. Actually, I'm going to leave that for that's a great way to end the show, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a little rant about gifts and why we should wait 364 days a year just to give a gift. Christmas, gift. Mother's Day, gifts.
Yeah, you know what?
Valentine's Day, gift. Birthday, gift. What's wrong with
You
that?
know what it is? And when I posted this on Mother's Day, a lot of people agreed with me actually.
What?
So,
What?
right, it's a typical scenario. Right, so.
What?
All right, so here's the scenario. You know, it's Mother's Day. Such and such person posts a picture of her mum, and there's a nice message, and yeah, it's a nice touch, it's a nice gesture, but the only issue is, yeah, their mum isn't even on Instagram.
I know.
You could go and fucking just tell her.
Yeah, I know.
And on top of that,
Yeah, I know.
there's 164 other days, which there's a good chance that you probably done nothing anyway, or you didn't tell them these things those other days, and you wait until now. Like, that's all bullshit to me, man. I'm sorry, but
I'm not gonna lie. I agree with you with that one,
Innit,
because
if I
that
give you-
bewilders me a little bit.
yeah, if I want to give you this beer, yeah, I'll give you this beer. Why do I have to wait until fucking August?
Yeah,
to
but
give it
come
to you,
on.
man?
Okay, in literal sense, yeah, whatever. But
It's all rubbish. Look, like I gave my
but if
sister.
you
I gave my sister a watch. I think last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I need to wait until the fucking 25th and wrap up in, like, you know?
Well, this
I've
is
got
what
the
goes
watch,
back
I've
on
got-
the
no,
original
I've
point.
got the watch.
You're
Here's the
giving
watch.
man, isn't it?
Like-
So okay, you gave her the watch. When it comes to her birthday, you're still gonna get her a gift.
Maybe not. However, I can get a gift when it's not a birthday. Why do I need to wait? Why do I need
It's
to wait?
not about waiting, right? Like I was saying before,
Nah, that's all bullshit.
they've survived 1 year. Celebrate, and you just want to gift them. Okay,
And I
get what you mean.
I feel like also people do these.
You know
things.
what? You know what?
I think it's
I'll
self-serving.
tell you this, right? I'll tell you
It's
this.
self-serving.
Listen. I think you might like this one because you're Scrooge. You're the Grinch, mate.
What?
Yeah.
I've
This
got
year,
my jumper, like.
this year, I might boycott Christmas
Yeah.
and get no one presents.
Yeah.
My mum ain't gonna like me for that one.
Yeah, maybe get a little something. Just
Yeah, just keep a peace with her. Yeah. I just want to see the reaction when I don't give no one no gifts. You know
But
what
then
I mean?
at the same time, why should people expect gifts?
Very
Like,
true.
you know, if you wanted something bad enough, you would go and get it yourself. You wouldn't say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you know what? I'm going to sit here, wait until the 25th, and hope that so and so buys it for me."
Well,
Like, you know,
look,
if
this
I'm
day
not-
and age, people ain't waiting. They're giving out lists of what they
Yeah.
want for Christmas.
People do it really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can fuck off, man. People are actually doing this. Mm-hmm. No, they can fuck off, man. I'm sorry, bro.
It's gone over. It's gone out of hand now, isn't it? It's a bit much. Oh dear God. So I like to say this is like a Christmas special because we're hitting all PBs today, man. We're on 1 hour 20 minutes, mate. That's a good time.
Jeez.
I don't know if people are bored, or if they're still involved. Because we started in about 45, 50 minutes, then we hit just over the hour mark. I know one of my mates is like, no, you got to do it more than an hour. My drive's an hour. I said, just be easy, man. I don't know how long we could talk for, you know what I mean? But we're doing so well. We're doing well.
How is it possible to do these as live? What do you call it? I don't know.
What?
All right, so we record it, upload it to Spotify.
Yeah.
Is there like a software which would ever allow people to listen to it live as we were doing it? Like, can Spotify does it have that feature?
Nah. Maybe
I
Skype.
was wondering. I don't know.
But you could do YouTube live,
Yeah.
Instagram live. It's just the timing, isn't it? Because obviously we want to record this, right? So we'll figure it for the new year because that's what leads me into the last and one of the final topics, right? Plans for 2020, Kev.
Yeah.
Now, podcast-wise,
Yeah.
like you were saying earlier, when is season 2? Don't think so far ahead, mate. Okay? So, in my mind, we might as well speak about it on air, mate, because it's good to get other people's suggestions, right? Season 1 can just be us.
Yeah.
Season 2 is where we start introducing guests. Or coming into the new year, start introducing guests.
Yeah.
And when we get tired and when we get bored of it,
Yeah.
just break it off for 3 to 6 months, come back for season 2.
Yeah.
How does that sound? Which one?
That sounds good, doesn't it?
Which one, though?
So I think guess wait, one. Let me check this calendar.
Because we're going to break it off December. This is it. 2019, this is the last podcast.
Obviously, we've got to do the kind of reunion episode.
Reunion?
FMB, you know.
Oh, this guy in F&B.
Early
I think you're
F&B
best
next
explaining this one because I didn't make the group. I got invited, and apparently them men are trying to throw it on me for saying I invented the group.
Okay, so basically, a while ago there were allegations that Lewis
There we go.
created this
When it was you.
this Instagram or WhatsApp group, which it only included people of a certain ethnicity or race, I mean,
And what was it called?
it was, let's just say FMB are the initials. I wonder if anyone can guess the name of it, but
What would they get a free session? Give them a clue. There's a great clue though. You can give them.
all right, it's related to fitness. It's got fit in it.
No, that's
Fit.
dead, bro. That's
a-
too broad.
So no, I think they can.
No. It'd make it a bit easier. It was the original name. Well, am I wording it right? I'm not wording it right.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
The original name before it was the first name before your place.
Yes. The first name before outrivals.
Yeah.
And
the last letters got changed.
It's a play on the name,
Yeah. All right, we digress.
But here at BTS, the podcast, we operate a fully inclusive policy and.
What? This guy's just making up stuff as he goes along, bro.
Oh shit!
Dear God. Is that your disclaimer?
Yeah.
All right, you better count me in there too, bro. So what's your plans for 2020? How do you go about goal setting, Kev? Let the people know, because you've been in this industry you might as well be a granddad now.
I think I need to have a sit down and think about that. I think
What's happening outside of PT?
so I think for me over these last few months, I'm happy with where it is, so I'm trying to say the skills I have now, branch out more, so try and do a few workshops, talks with maybe maybe small businesses.
I think you should do that monthly, at least.
Yeah, because you know what? I believe the year before last, I think I've done 3 or 4 workshops.
Yeah.
Did I do 1? Or is it 0 this year? Yeah, I don't know. This year's been kind of mad, at times.
I'll say what, right? I think we should put a poll out. Yeah, I know you're going to chop and change this one out. Yeah, so find this. This better still be recording.
Hope so.
So we're going to put a poll out. If you want me and Kev to do a workshop together, in terms of what it would be, we'll come to that. But you just have to tell us whether you listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, iTunes, or you're watching it on Instagram. You tell us in the comments. You let us know personally, whatever. You want us to do a workshop and you will attend. We get a good enough demand. We'll throw it out there and sort it out. How's that, Kev?
That's a good time, man.
That's a good time. I believe so. 2020 is even. And I like even numbers. 8 is my number.
Why?
It represents unlimitedness.
What, the number 8? Since when?
It's a Chinese thing, right? It means prosperity. Because the way it loops,
Chinese,
yes, the way it loops, it means it's infinity. It's like an infinity sign. So if you flip it on the side, it's an infinity, right? It's continuous, constantly going. That's why I like 8. It just looks good. It's nice. It's even. It's good. It's great.
What? You got favorite numbers, like?
Come out the dance, man. You know about it. So we're into even now. We're coming out the odds. We're getting into the evenings. And even is positive. It's positivity. All right. New realms, new stages, new progress. All right. I want to speak this into existence because I don't jinx myself. Tap wood. All right. I'm speaking this. It's wood in here. Into existence. All right. I got invited to do a talk next year.
Jeez. Where's this? Where's this?
No, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Can't say more. Let's solidify it first. But end of Jan, you might see some content out of me doing a little talk, mate.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a good time. That's the realm I want to step in. So I'm speaking to it in existence. I want to get up and close with the people. You know what this has taught me, right? Coming out, firstly, stepping into a private studio, working my way up, and then leaving into more corporate environment, and now coming back out of the corporate, back into private, right? Is one, the door, there's always another door.
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless. Everything happens for a reason, right? And what was I going to say? Everything happens for a reason. I can't remember the fourth one. It was great as well. So the door, there's always another door. Possibilities are endless. Everything happens for a reason. At least. There was one more I was going to say. I can't remember it now. So I've lost it. That's what I've learned about stepping into a space where you're not reliant of other people other than yourself. Call it whatever you want. I call it entrepreneurship. Not everyone has the same drive, but they have the same willingness to chase their dream and do what is possible, what they can to achieve it. Now, the position I'm in has opened up so many other doors and avenues in regards to what space I want to get in. Where do I see myself in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do I see myself in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 10 years? And it's all about the empire. Now, sooner or later, I will propose to Kev, no homo, a proposition.
Jeez.
Bring a man under. I said, Kev, BTS is your thing, blood. We've made $1 million out of it. We got advertisements. We got sponsorships.
It's your thing. I'm just there.
What do you mean it's my thing?
your thing.
It's a partnership. What's wrong with you, man?
I'm the.
Huh? It'd be easy, man. Come on, Kev. See what I mean? See, he's holding the hand here, huh? Kev's here for the ride. That's what that is, isn't it? Huh? Put your hands up and scream, man. This is a roller coaster, baby. All right? It's bloody Nora. So, all I'm saying is, there's always another door. And the reason why this is ringing in my mind is because when I went to Leon, funnily enough, today for lunch, right?
Yeah.
And the one opposite Fitness First.
Did you see your friend? Yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw them all.
Yeah.
I'm a celebrity in there, man.
Yeah.
If you ever want to find me, Fitness First.
Welcome you with open arms, yeah. Innit?
Leon, Tottenham Court Road. They look after me, bruv. You know what I mean? I get looked after, right? They look after me. So I saw one of the receptionists that works at Fitness First, and she was upset, mate. A lot of madness is happening since I've left, and a lot of madness is happening now. I'm not getting into it because I don't do politics. All right. Hashtag Brexit. So at that very moment in time, I said to her, she's got an opportunity basically to go to LA and dance for a month. And it got approved. Yep. A week later, it got disapproved. Oh, fuck. And they sort of went around it and said, we didn't approve this. Who's approved this? You can't go. If you go, we won't take you back unless we've got a shift open for you. I said, nah. Yeah, I'll take it. I said, listen, follow your dreams because there's always another job. Yeah, you wanted to get in this field, this part of the industry, just to understand it, but there's always another job. Where there's a will, there's a way. Never stop. It might feel slow. You might get stuck in the mud, but you just got to go follow your heart. If it's there, it's there. But plan your move, plan your attack. Make sure there's a plan B in place. You understand? Start looking for jobs now. Yeah. And sometimes you got to take a step back and do something you don't like for a while, just to follow your dreams, because they're always hiring in Curry's. No disrespect, they're always hiring in McDonald's. It's swallow your pride.
Yeah, that's good advice, mate.
You know,
All right, so the We Work in Old Street, I think it says on there, I think it's a follow your dreams or something along those lines.
Mm.
And I think I put in a poll like maybe a year or two ago. I asked whether people thought it was good advice.
Mm.
And okay, I think to me, yes, you, to an extent, you should follow your dreams, but I think on the face of it, it's not necessarily always good advice.
Mm. Depends how far-fetched.
Yeah, you know, let's say me, you know, I've got my wife, I've got my kids. But you know what, Lewis? I want to quit my job, which has brought me a solid income for the last, 40
Well, that's just
years.
stupid. It's not calculated,
Yeah,
is
so I
it?
want to quit my job and become like a fucking surfer because that's
That's more a hobby, though.
Yeah, because that's my dream, to become a surfer. So, you know, sometimes I think these cliche sayings don't really...
Well, this is where you got to look at what's this actual situation is.
Yeah, like what's the
because
plan,
she is actually a good dancer. Yeah. And if you've got this opportunity to go to LA, you might bump into someone else who could give you more opportunities. This could be the spearhead.
Yeah.
When are you going to be asked again to go to LA?
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's an opportunity. Why not?
Yeah, true. You know,
and then you won't turn around and have the regret in your mind to say you haven't done it or at least tried.
Whereas I think, and that's true, whereas I think the good advice is you followed up with they're always hiring, say, Curry's, McDonald's. People sometimes look down at these things, but you know, to get where you want, like where you want to be.
Yeah, man.
You got to sometimes do things that you don't like, do the nasty jobs, you know, like.
Yeah.
Well, not that it's a nasty job, but do the jobs that.
Just say the manual labor, the customer
Yeah.
service side.
Yeah. Fun, you know what? If I ever had kids, yeah.
If or when.
Wait, how old is the second? Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I think one of the key bits of advice I'd give to them is do a customer service job, you know, whether working in Tesco's or Curry's, McDonald's. And I think that it helps you develop the temperament, which will put you in a good position later on in life. You know, when like you have a customer being rude to you and you have to just maintain composure, be polite. You know, you want to react one way, but you can't, you know.
I've always worked in the customer service industry.
Yeah.
I've got, let's say, how old am I now? I've got over, what am I now? 29. Quick maths. Over 12 years.
Solid.
Minimum.
Solid.
13.
Yeah. Whereas I noticed
customer service.
I noticed that about you in the gym. I think one of your strengths are what's the word? What's the word? Yeah, I think one of your strengths are almost de-escalating potential scenarios which could become something big. So someone comes out, I'm unhappy. This and this has happened. Why has this happened? You know.
Yeah, break it down.
Yeah, you just need someone kind
relax.
of cool-headed, relax them. You know, just reassure them.
Yeah. Because I've been in that situation where you're a hothead.
Yeah, whereas when
Didn't get me far.
Yeah, you know, when we're younger, like our natural instinct is like, wait, who the fuck are you speaking to? But then we become old and wise, and it's like, all right, you know.
I learned the hard way.
You know?
Yeah. So when I say that, there was one job, right, I hated. Yeah. It didn't last more than 6 months, mate. And I was working Tesco behind a deli bar, making pizzas, mate. I said, dear God. I thought I'd come here, I'm going to stack up a few shelves, give me the night shift job because that's more money. Now I get thrown behind the deli bar with the worst manager. Wearing them big old steel cap boots. And I have to wear a little hat as well. I said, nah, man, this ain't me. And I remember because it was in the local area, I might see some people I know. I used to feel embarrassed sometimes, you know. So I thought, around the pizza, When in their mind, they just thought, you're right, Lou, When I'm just thinking, no, this ain't me. I wasn't comfortable in it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But I stuck it through. Yeah. And you know what that taught me? Don't settle for nothing less. That's what that taught me. I went through it. I've done my job, but I don't want to do that again. This is what I want to do. This is what I need to do. This is what I feel like I need to do to help me progress. And I can't do that. So I left. And I went back into manual labor. And that was it. Bob's your uncle. I'm going to speak about my life stories. Listen to it on Who's Lewis Parrish? Red Bull style. You know what I mean? But let's finish this up. Let's wrap this up. Because I've got a client in literally half an hour. Jeez. So I have to find a line bike and run off. But Kev, Real or fake? Brexit.
Jeez. As in, is it actually going to happen or like?
What's your thoughts?
Boy, I mean,
It's a tough one. It's
yeah,
a tough
is,
one. It's a tough one.
Because all right, I voted to remain, but I respect people's votes, and I think it's a dangerous one. It's a dangerous one as. All right, the vote didn't go how I wanted it to, but should it be changed just because people like me didn't get the outcome we wanted? Because it's kind of a dangerous thing. If people have voted one way, then we go against it. But then you know what you think back to, like, we've had 2 world wars and what's happened in the past, and it's good to be part of one kind of whole collective, isn't it? But then having said that, all right, the vote was to leave, so can they just not make the most, like get the best?
You know what it is? It's a broken society.
Yeah.
There's a lot of propaganda being thrown about.
To be honest, I remember a few days after it actually happened, well, when it was announced, yeah, and some of my clients are, kind of say Japanese, Spanish, like some kind of felt a bit. They told me about kind of things that had been said to them. Like, it was kind of
Really?
It was not.
I know. I was upset.
Yeah, like,
I literally have a client who works in Parliament, and she is basically saying, I don't want to give too much away because I'll get in trouble. Some of the people within a certain circle, group, establishment, whatever, they voted for Remain. Or their opinion was to, or they wanted to remain. And when they heard or learnt that it was to leave, they couldn't deal with it. Some of them almost went into like not depression, but like it changed them. Shock, to some degree. Some of them left the job.
Yeah, I guess people.
They left.
I guess it wasn't expected, isn't it? And it was margins, wasn't it?
Like, obviously, I wanted to remain, right?
It was margins, don't it?
But this is the thing, Kev. I know I could be a victim of it. I can also do it too. I could be indecisive, but just make a bloody decision. Get it done. Move on. Let's all move as one now. All right? It's done. But no, we're going left, we're going right. We can't go up, we can't go down. It's like 2-3 years now, bro.
I think 3 years.
I've had enough, mate. I've had enough. That's why I can't follow it no more. Because it does, man. I've got other things to worry about.
Yeah. Then you think you add to that. Also, we may have an opinion, but at the same time, we're not experts. This is your field. So surely, before this happened, I'm wondering, surely they would have known what like the potential
naivety.
Consequences are of if
naivety.
If we get this outcome or that outcome. Like.
It's a myth. It's a myth.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a real or fake, my friend.
Like, oh man, I want to say fake, but it's like even if I do go fake, it's not like a kind of solid fake. It's like I'm just about over that line.
Are you torn? He's in the middle.
Yeah, like,
gonna make a decision. Don't be indecisive, mate.
Like, you know what? If they turn around and say,
leave or remain.
Oh, I remain in it. Oh shit! If they turn around and say, you know what, we're staying, yeah, I'm cool in it.
So fake.
I'm not complaining.
Brexit's real.
But, man,
remain is fake. They say. Make your mind up, my friend. Tick tock, tick tock, tick.
Oh, so you're saying if I say fake, I'm with remain?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, fake. Yeah.
All right, there you go. That wasn't too bad, my friend. Yeah. Here's a little gem. Today, yesterday, tomorrow. We keep moving on. We go through a lot in life. Yeah. If you look back on the weeks, the months, the years, think about what you've been through, how you've overcome it, how others have come and left you in your life. Take it with a pinch of salt because life is a journey. Don't hold on to the past too much. Just use it to make you wiser, stronger as you progress and move forward in life. Because you are the driver of the train.
Jeez.
and you know what you need to do to reach what you want to do.
Philosophical.
Okay? So 2019, with its ups and its downs, with its constant surprises of the weather, whether it's sunny, if it's bloody raining. But remember, stay humble. Believe in yourself. And don't let the external forces bring you down. Excuse my French, but fuck the naysayers. And do what you need to do. Whenever you want to speak to me, Lewis Paris Fitness, hashtag pushing you to greatness. You know where I be. Kev Performance, I'll push it to you.
I might change my handle.
That'd be easy. Not now, blood. No, not now. Save it for 2020, baby. Yeah. So keep your head strong. Stay positive. Give mum a hug every so often. Give dad a handshake. You got a brother, give him a handshake. You got a sister, give her a hug. You got a nan, tell her I said wagwan. But whatever you do, don't stop.
Easy, yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. So, you don't hear from us. It's a merry, merry, merry Christmas. And same again for the new year. Happy new bloody year from Lewis Paris Fitness. If you're not a part of it, you guys are going to be getting that newsletter, or you would have received it already. And it's the new Merry Christmas Joy. And on there's exclusive workout. 12 days to Christmas. Good luck, because it's not easy. All right. Good luck. If you want to jump on Kev's thing, go to his handle, Kev_performance. All right. And you can go there through his link tree and sign up for his newsletter too. And you receive that thing weekly, if not monthly. That's a good time. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from us both. Yeah, Kev?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake. She's doing so well there, mate. Bloody Nora. So if you don't hear from me, it's good afternoon, good evening, good night. I said that twice, didn't I? Oh, that was my third beer, I can't lie. Good morning, they say. Thank you again for Studio 3 UK. Deep in their head office, letting us use their studio as usual. We are very, very, very grateful. And this is being a proper Christmas special. Hour and 45 minutes, mate. It looks like. Technically, hour and 40.
It's been emotional.
It's been very. I'm looking forward to listening back on this one, you know.
I reckon it's a new chairs. It's comfy, innit? I don't want to move, innit?
And Asahi. Yeah, we should get a little sponsorship with them, innit? Yeah. Little disclaimer there, we're not sponsored by them. There's other beers available. But yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys in the new year. Good times, good vibes. Peace.